All right. I am Lone Crow 503. Welcome back to episode 3 of my new developer series. I am going to be going through the continued development of my 2.5D 2D platform, 2.5D platformer with Unity. So, last time that we joined together, we developed the movement, we developed jumping, and collectible items. So, for today's session, we're going to work on moving platforms. So, in a lot of games like Mario or tons of other examples I can't think of right now, you'll come across a lot of obstacles that move. And creating movement mechanics that carry the player with the object can be a little bit different than what people might first assume it to be. So, normally, we create our movement as we have in the past. I'm going to dive right in here. Like this, and let me boom. Okay, so uh, in our game so far, let me actually. If you press this button right here, it says maximize on play, and then when you do your play test, the whole screen you'll see. So we're gonna go over. Oh, well, look at that. That is because our resolution, I believe, is different. I don't know why that would really make a difference, though. Let's see. 1080p, and let's see. We have our player character here. I'm going to move that up there. Oh, I did a little bit more editing after I got off last time to fix some of the lighting. I added this guy to brighten it up and show you that those gold coins, silver coins, amethyst coins actually have some more color to them. Let's create an empty object here, reset the parameters, and call this lighting. And we're going to take both the lighting objects that we have in the scene and put them up there. Good organization is good for smooth, quick workflow. So I'm going to put my canvas up there right beneath lighting, and my vent system I'm going to put way up at the top. So let's see, we've got our collectibles, we've got our environment, put that right beneath the canvas, and then our player. So here with the player, we've got gravity at 2.5 with a speed of 5 and a jump height of 25. So let's bump that jump height up to 35 and see what that looks like. So jump, whoa, not what I wanted. Let's go 30. You can make those adjustments live. Let's go 25. Well, that's what I wanted, but that's what we had, wasn't it? I had 25, which, 25 is great. So sometimes Unity just needs a little bit of time to load up. Sometimes you got to reset it. If you ever notice something janky and you can't figure it out, try just restarting Unity. I haven't had that be an issue a lot for me, but it's worked a couple times. One recently, and yeah, so let me make sure I've got everything set up correctly. I didn't change any of my audio settings. We're getting 60 FPS. Shouldn't have any issues. So, with that, turn my mic volume down just a touch more. Yeah, so moving platforms is what we're going to work on today. And, I switched up putting my OBS on my right monitor and my video references on my left. I don't like it. Don't like it. And I'm going to adjust this just a touch. There we go. So, from what I can tell, peering ahead. It looks like there's going to be development of the moving platform and then making the player move with it. So let's see. Okay. So, to get your camera to follow the player, there's a lot of different aspects to it. So you can use the built-in tools for Unity that they have. I don't have it put on my game right now, but if you go to Window and you go to Package Manager, um, you can see your packages that are in project. Now, I have my package manager down here as well as my project settings, um, because I mean these are pretty useful. And when you're doing a lot of development, you're going to see more of this. But if you go down here and then you click also, if you haven't like defaulted it as a window on your system, then you're going to see it as a floating window like this. But you can just drag and drop that right in there. So up at the top, you'll see it says Packages and Project. And if you switch that to Unity Registry, you'll see all of their built-in assets. And instead of going online and finding potentially sketchy sources and then downloading those onto your PC, where you're doing development of possibly multi-million dollar software, then which yes, that is a potential possibility. For those of you who don't know, AAA games can take around $100 million to make. I believe average it's about 70 to $130 million to make titles like you see for the new PS5 and Xbox One. So like Cyberpunk 2077, whenever they make a new Witcher game, things like that costs just buttloads of money, and uh, it's crazy. But some of us have goals to start our own companies like that. Personally, I don't want to stop until I make a AAA, but you got to start small. You got to go somewhere. So in here, there is a tool that you can download called Cinemachine. Cinemachine has an entire built-in camera system where you can create third-person controllers, first-person controllers. You can make, dynamic cameras so that, as you're walking, it pans out and just looks super beautiful, like you'd see on stuff like Death Stranding. Um, Not that that's a recommendation, but it essentially takes a lot of the work that somebody like I would have to put into developing a custom camera system and allows me to do that with easy to understand and easy to implement tools right in the Unity interface. So I've learned how to use Cinemachine and I've used it to make cinematics for my games. So when you start the game, the opening cinematic plays and your character comes in, talks to people, does whatever they're doing, and then starts the gameplay. You can use it to activate, deactivate objects. You can animate things through this. It's pretty awesome. Not through this alone. There's things that go with it, tools that coincide with it, like Timeline. But Cinemachine is an amazing tool for creating advanced camera systems, and you can build onto it, which is really cool. It's very modular. So if you want to make a script that adds an extra feature to that camera, you can. Um, so I'm not going to be using Cinemachine from what I can tell in this game. Um, but you can also hard code your camera. So you can do stuff like make a reference to your game object, to your camera object, and put it in on a script. And you can attach it to your camera, and then you can have your camera's position continue to translate. That's a key. That's a word that you would use for it, potentially, depending on how you go about the code, um, to follow the player's position with a certain offset. So you would have the camera offset on whatever axis would be the one you're targeting. Whether you do something similar for uh, like top down, something like you'd see for Diablo, um, and your camera will follow the player object continually. And another way to do it, the way we're going to do it, at least for now, is you just take the camera and you drag and drop it underneath the player. So that is called childing an object. And I know I've mentioned in the last couple episodes, parent, child, those terms, you're going to hear a lot in this type of work. And so the player object is the parent object, and the main camera is now a child object. Now I can create a number of other child objects. I can control D, uh, control D to duplicate those, and also remove them. And you can create entire hierarchies of objects within objects within objects. And you can think of them as essentially layers or files. And the really cool thing is that when you do this, it actually creates what's called an array, which is like a list of everything that's in there. So when you go into a script, if you make a reference to this object and you put brackets next to it with a number starting at 0, you will call on the objects that are childed under that parent. And so you can say, like the player object and then in brackets 0 and get the first object, or 2 and get this, to make adjustments to those through script. So it makes it a little bit more of an interesting way to grab your objects from your hierarchy. So uh, let's test this out and see how easy that was. Remember, all I did was just grab the main camera object off of my hierarchy and just drop it under the player. And here we go. Look at that. 5 points there. 10, 1. Whoa, I missed it. The game's too hard. Screw this. So with that though, all you have to do is just adjust the camera's transform, uh, which, oh God, why has my mouse been messing up today? When I click my middle mouse button, it should grab and pan with that little hand. There we go. And for some reason, it's not. I think my mouse wheel might be going out. I do use it a lot. You can also pan by doing that, by switching to this tool. But I want to use my metal mouse. And the fact that if I keep doing it, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. That pretty much means it's most likely my mouse. Wait a minute. Just the middle button. It might not be the button, it might be my batteries. Here's to hoping. I've only had this mouse for a couple years, and it's a Logitech. I actually bought this in LA when I was down there for a job. I'll be right back. All right, moment of truth. As I totally jammed my mouse. What the heck? Oh, slid that on slightly wrong and the plastic piece got stuck. All right, and pan and no, no. That means I have to buy a new mouse. Oh well. Dang. Well, that's going to make for a somewhat frustrating session today, but I should have a mouse uh, by tomorrow, ideally. Part of the lame things about living out near a lot of nature is bugs, man. There's an ant crawling right across my desk a second ago. Dad, hear ant? You know, it's probably because they want my cookies. So much healthier than broccoli. Okay, so where was I? Main camera. All you have to do is change the camera's transform. The pan. And move it away. See how it's updating in the game window? And bring it out a little bit. And you know what I'm actually going to do? I'm going to lower it to kind of center the player a little bit more. Mario's usually towards the bottom of the screen, but he also has a max top, so the camera will adjust. Do, do. All right. And obviously, we could adjust it whatever way we wanted to. I think it's fine there. And onward for the next part. Right. These are mint Oreos. Mm-mm. Whoa, how come my pan's working like... Okay, never mind. What is going on here? Why, when I zoom in, do they all disappear? That was so odd. Hmm. Okay. Okay. So, I want to make my platform move. Let's make it start a little bit closer. So I'm going to duplicate this twice, and I'm going to rename the first one to point A, and the second one to point B. Poloint. Polent. Yes, very important to name it that. So these are actually not going to have like any actual object to them. These are just checkpoints. And we are going to put one here, and then the other one will be there. And the moving platform itself is going to move from point to point. So to do this, we are going to, let's see, same thing to both of them. And honestly, we can just remove, well, make sure I follow along with what he's doing. But I should be able to delete, yeah. Mm-hmm. 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 So, first off, if you notice my project window, if it looks different than yours, which it might not. Click on these little three dots, and you can see one column layout, which brings it like this, or two column layout, where you can see little images of the stuff that you're dealing with. What? So I just made a new script calling it moving platform. This I'm going to attach to my moving platform. In it, I'm sure he's going to explain. I don't want to like sit here and watch these videos and just silently let you guys just watch me stare at a second monitor. But I can't just jump ahead and just do it myself because if he does it differently, it could backfire. So I'll say one way to do it might be the way he does it. We'll find out. Um, is you'd create a couple object references. So we'd say you could say public game object, name it so if it's a public object, you wouldn't use an underscore. So we'll say point A, and then we're gonna say public. Well, so the other way to do it, I'll just do that now, is to say serialized field, which I should stop looking at my fingers when I type. So serialized field, and then we have a private game object, and it is underscore because it's private, and we want to remember if we see an item that starts with an underscore, it means it's a private variable. And so it's going to be private point b, not n, and yeah, same thing. It's going to put it. Let's see. Let's save this, and you will see that on the moving platform, there is a spot for point A and a spot for point B. Now, if I remove serialized field, you will notice that point B is go. But the reason for that is because a private variable is not accessible by other scripts, but a public variable is. If you want a private variable to be visible and adjustable through the inspector, you got to make it serializable. So for this, we serialize that field and have that, and we're actually going to do that for point A as well. It is best practice to use a serialized private field because um, if you're going to use multiple variables potentially with the same name, say you have enemy movement speed, you have player movement speed, what if you happen to name them both movement speed? Maybe you aren't the one who ends up creating that variable because you're working with somebody else down the road because your game took off, you're making tons of money, and now you got to hire a team and they're going to be making DLC, expansions, updates, whatever it is, and they go in there and they're like, well, I'm going to name this enemy's speed variable movement speed, and I'm going to make it public because I want to adjust it in the inspector. It might mess with the other variables or cause issues with people getting confused as they're trying to reference things, and it's just, it's not good. So you want to keep as much stuff private as you can. If you don't plan on accessing these from other scripts, keep them private. So these are just going to be used to reference those points so that we can grab their transform locations. So if we save that, we can then go in here and I can take point A and drag it to point A and point B and drag it to point B. And now we have those references. So we'll go back in here and what are we going to do? We are going to, I don't think we need start. And we're going to say that on every frame, which is what update does, is it goes through everything you have in update once every frame. And if you do a fixed update, it's going to do the same thing, but like 24 times a frame. So just way faster. Fixed update is what you use to manage physics. Update is what you're going to use for more like controls. So if you're wanting the player to press a button and you're like, check to see if this player presses a button, you want to do that on update, not fixed update. So yeah, we're just going to use update though. So with that, we are going to say moving platform. So it's this game object because that's what the script is on. Is going to have the what would we do? I guess there's a number of ways to do it, but this would be the prep work, so let's follow along. Now, just as an example, I'll say if we go in here and I do transform and dot position equals ooh, catch that one. Underscore point A dot position dot transform dot position. Oops. I'm gonna move my mic. Look at my fingers. So if we do that, and then we could say then transform point B. Let's just do that. This is just an example because this won't work. And the reason is it's going to instantly move this platform over here. And you don't want that. You want it to move gradually. See? And so when you want something to happen over time, you want it to do that based on time variables. So you're going to use stuff like time.delta time and potentially coroutines. So find out. So he's doing pseudocode. So he says, go to point B if at point B, go to point A if at point A, go to point B. Well, so, I mean, this is what he wrote. I'm going to remove this. You're just creating a repeating cycle of if you're at point A, go to B. If you're at point B, go to A. And you're going to have to detect the distance, which is easy to do. This is important to develop AI as well. So, because you're creating points in which the AI move, unless you give them like kind of the free choice to move in random directions. But vector3.lerp. So now he's going into some people using the method of vector3.lerp, which lerp means linear interpolation. I believe is what it is, and it's just not anything that I really bother getting into. So to lerp something is to go from a starting value to an end value over time. And it looks like in the reference they have they create a smooth variable which looks like a float. They multiply it by time, time dot time. We're gonna use time dot delta time most likely. Mm-hmm. Ping pong. Math F dot ping pong. I never heard of that one. So he's trying to Google to see what other people have found online and like what they've put, and he can't find any references to what we're going to be doing. So, hmm so vector three dot move towards will make an object move towards a direction. So, and it does that over time. It does like built-in lerping. It's a Unity built-in function, and that's where these namespaces using Unity Engine collections.generic. This creates the libraries of these terms that we can use. So, hmm. Hmm. So he's typing in more pseudocode. So let's see. He's saying current transform equals vector velcro. Vector 3 dot move towards. I think it's he did a lowercase, but I think it's a capital. Current position to target, and then there. Hmm. The video on this one, so I'm looking at you guys. Hmm. Okay. Transform dot position is going to equal vector 3 dot move towards, and then transform dot position going to have underscore point B. Oh, transform dot position. I did not want normalized, sir. So, and then we're going to say underscore point B, and then dot position. Whoa, row, ho, transform dot position. My bad. Why the heck did he get to? Did he? Hmm. So I did game object. I'm betting he did transform. Yep. Because then instead of just, it's like kind of like the parent-child thing. So you're grabbing the game object, and then you'd have to grab the transform, and then you have to grab the script, or whatever as you move down. So I'm just going to go straight towards the transform, and then we'll just say right there. And I would just say transform.position equals vector 3 dot whoa. What did I do wrong here? Hold on. Yeah. I mean, he did a different syntax than I did, but it's the same thing. Transform.position is vector 3 dot move towards open parenthesis and transform.position. I think I just need to finish it. So yeah. So I'm gonna create a speed variable as well. So we're gonna say that. We're gonna say it's a private float. Say decimal number, and we're gonna call that speed. So let's see. Make sure that's what he did, or something similar. I believe he also did. So. All right. So I believe I got the gist of what he's wanting. So then with that, let's do it. So we'll see right here, if we test this out, you should see this block move. Unless I need to remake the references. Then click it, and you'll see it slowly move until it reaches point B. And now the speed at which it's moving is determined by that speed variable. So we're multiplying by time dot delta time. So now we're going to make it move back and forth. So let's see. I believe that the position will never be totally accurate. But we can test it out. So if we do this and we say if transform.position equals, because we're in the if statement, so we're going to do the double equals underscore point A. Dot position, then this. And we're going to put that in brackets just because. And then we'll say else if transform dot position equals point B dot position. Whoa. Dot position. Then transform dot position, which is this object's position, x, y, and z, is gonna equal vector 3 dot move towards transform dot position underscore point A dot position, and then our speed variable times time dot delta time, and then semicolon. All right. So point A go to point B go to point A. So let's see if it works. Now sometimes it's moving towards it, but it's never gonna perfectly align and synchronize with it. And so you gotta do a range to detect. But whoa, sir. Not even gonna move? Not even gonna move. If transform dot position equals point A dot position, then transform dot position equals vector 3 dot move towards transform dot position point B dot position speed times something. Okay. Else if okay. Do not want that to be an else. It's just also if let's see. So the thing is though, if we remove this, we know this works. Or no, it still won't. And it's because of that range. So let's see if I can remember right. He's gonna pull the reference up in a second, but while he's doing that, let's see. So vector 3 dot range unity, I believe is what it is. So distance okay. So that's what we're going to want to do. We're going to want to use the, let me take that and just put that down there as an example. So we're going to say, create another float real quick. No. We're going to go in here and say, yeah, transform other if other. That's odd. So float distance equals vector 3 dot distance other dot position. Okay, so yeah. So we are gonna actually want to create a new method. And we're gonna call this movement. So we'll say private void movement. And in here, we are going to say float distance equals vector 3 distance. Now, distance is a built-in keyword there that we're getting from one of these libraries here. So we'll say distance. And now if we look at this, we hold our mouse over and it says distance requires a vector 3a and a vector 3b. So luckily we have these transforms here. So we're going to say underscore point A dot position, comma, wait, no, distance is going to be we'll have to create two distance variables. But we are going to say transform dot position and then point A dot position. So we'll say distance to A. And then I'm just going to save us some time. It's good practice to type everything out when you're learning. So don't do that if you want to get better. So we're going to do that, create the distances, and we're going to say let's see, if transform dot position is less than or equal to no, we're going to say underscore, or sorry, distance to A. What am I doing here? Goodness me. We're going to make a call to that other method. So movement. So that means in update, it is going to call that, create those, and then we are going to do this. So if underscore, not underscore, so if distance to A is, because this is no, distance to B is less than or equal to, we're going to say 1. 1.0 f. Let's make it a float. So, because, yeah, that floats. So if that is that, then do that. And then we're going to say here if distance to A is less than or equal to 1.0 f, then do that. So we're going to also need to create a Boolean. Now he might be doing this totally different, so I might have to redo this. We'll see how this works out. We're going to create a private bool. It's just like a true or false statement. And we're going to say good names for stuff. It's always a bummer. As a DM, oh man, I hate coming up with new names for characters on the fly. Make sure I'm checking my chat so I don't miss anything if you guys are saying anything. And I'll put it over here. Okay, so what was I doing? Okay, private bool, and we're gonna have to say, I'm just gonna throw something in here. We'll see what he names his. Private bool, underscore at point B, and it's gonna by default be false, and you do at point B. So my mouse forwards or my mic, and at point B, and we're gonna say if distance to B is that, and not underscore at point B, and then we'll say no. My bad. Switch that around. If not at point B, and distance to B is greater than or equal to 1, then do that, and we can do another one in here where if, let's leave a space here. If all of this, but what we just had, then let's say distance to no, underscore at point B equals true. What equals? And then down here, we're going to do something similar. So if it is greater, distance to A is greater than 1. And at point B, then move to A. And then we'll do something like this again in here. But we're going to say at point A and at point A. And, oh wait, no, we didn't. No. At point B, at point B. My bad. But this is going to become false. So, because we're no longer at point B, we're at A. So that should work. Save that and hit play. We should see this guy moving. See that? Get him! And he's going to turn around when he gets to the other side. Eventually. We're going to want to increase his speed. Let's make that 3. Make it a 3. So he's still stopping. So let's see. Position 27.16, moving platform 26.1. So we're going to have to increase that distance that it's going to allow for. And we're going to have to change that to 2. So, and go. Whoa, let's make that a 5. For testing. Whoa, bro. So 25.17, and that is 27. Oh, because it's stopping. This is making it stop beforehand. So if if distance is greater than or equal to 2, then and not, maybe we should say take this away. So it doesn't prevent it from continuing to move. Because it might be stopping like right at the edge and then not moving back for some reason. Whoa. Just moves a little. And it gets stuck. Huh. So let's see. Okay, so the way he's doing it is very different. So he's doing what I showed you guys at first where I said it wouldn't work. So So let's see what happens here. Mhm. This is what he has right now. Except he's using the LSIP. So he's going through the same things that I just went through to explain to you guys. My bad. Granted, he does it a lot faster than I do. Okay, now I think I see what he's doing, and it's he's using the bool. And he's naming it switching. With thinking, sir. And so he's just gonna, which he hasn't done it yet. But so switching is gonna equal true 1. Otherwise, switching will equal false. It's gonna start false by default, and the else back there. So I believe that's what he's going to do, and then he's going to I think he might do this. We'll say private um, transform uh, target, and then we'll say true underscore transform underscore target equals underscore point b, and then same thing but point a. And then we're going to take target and we're going to replace that. And yeah, because we did that, we can just remove it from there, remove it from here, and then see what happens. Still shouldn't work though. Whoa. Hmm. So he's doing this in a different way than I am. He's got like four if else statements right now. So if switching equals false, then move to target B position. If switching equals true, move to target A. Hmm. Okay, so let's see. Where did I go wrong here? So private bool switching is false, and then I have it constantly trying to move towards the target position, which is going to be either point A or point B. And the target changes based on if your position equals position A. So he has if transform dot position equals target B position, which is I have point B, then switching equals false. Okay, it's the same thing I have, but then hmm, so he's the same thing I have, just mine's more simplified. But mine's not working because what's going on here? God, I spelled something wrong. I must have. Hmm. I guess I never use this, do I? So then, I mean, the only real difference between mine and his is that he has these in separate. Well, he doesn't use those. He's just saying here if switching, uh, which that means if it equals true, then target equals what switching equals true. It's target A. Else target B. So I mean that shouldn't make the difference here, but see he has his movement in there though. I should put this at the bottom, I believe. And let's see what happens. Oh, the errors are gone. What did I do wrong? Okay, well, he has. Let me just copy exactly what he has and see if my issue still persists. So, else if switching equals true, and then he goes here and puts it there and there. None of this, and he just goes point A, just go point B. Actually, he does it the other way around. And it's true. This is point B position. This is point A position. And there it is. Same thing he's got. So let's see. Save it and back to Unity. If this works, what the heck is different? Okay, so the issue is that I had my trues and falses like backwards in different places, but we should still be able to do this and say have this here and then have this just say target and then have this just say target equals point A. I guess that one would be B. And then target equals point A. Should still work. What? Hmm. One more time. Oh, come on. This should be fine. This is the life of a programmer, by the way, for those who don't know. You see errors, you work on fixing them until you understand, and then you move on. So why is it having issues with this? Why? Redundant. Okay. Go away. Now work. It's because it wasn't on the bottom, right? Yeah. There we go. So because the way I did it, these have to be down here. So there we go. Man, oh man. All right, so I was close. My trues and falses were just backwards. But yep, there it is. So the reason why I did this is just because it's more organized. So instead of having this huge line of code twice, um, I just have the target get updated and then call this movement once. So yeah, so here's the next thing that we're going to be working on. Ah, oh, that's an interesting way. Ah, see how that happened? So what he's talking about in my ear though is that remember what we did with the camera and how the camera followed the player. The player just needs to be parented uh, by the moving platform, and the player will move. Should be at least. Uh, so so we're gonna create another box collider. This one is and we are going to um, we're gonna mark this one as trigger. So this one makes a solid. This one is gonna parent our object, and we're gonna move the collision up. So as soon as the player touches this, it's gonna trigger. And what we're gonna do so we're gonna have void on trigger enter, and then we're gonna say if other dot tag equals player, and then you're gonna say other dot transform dot parent. So the player's parent is gonna equal this dot transform, and then we're gonna say void on, which is going to be private by default. So on trigger exit. And now we're going to say if other dot tag player. Oops. Other dot. Oh, my bad. Other dot player, then other dot transform dot parent. Um, Look at that. We're switching to fixed update because if we don't, then it looks jittery because we're using physics instead of just controls. So oh my goodness. I just watched him test it out and just break the whole game. Yeah, you just found a bug, man. The rigid body physics with fixed update, yeah. Just had like a bug jump on my face. Ah! So, we're going to want to add a rigid body so that this trigger collider can be detected since the player is not using a rigid body. One of our collider objects needs to have it. So, well, we're going to add constraints so it does not rotate. Also doesn't use gravity. And now let's finish this. So, if other.tag equals player, then other.transform.parent. No. And there we go. So let's come over here, jump onto it. No! Timing was off. Go, go, go. Bam. And now we stick to it. We can still move on it, but if we watch in the hierarchy, player is childed now underneath moving platform. Now it's not. And that's also why if I jump off of it, it will continue moving out from under my feet. Bam, we got moving platforms. Hmm. I definitely did it a little different than he did, but it should be okay. It should be similar enough. Okay, I'm gonna save the scene and save the project. Now, before he continues on, I want to show you guys that if we take it off of fixed update, because it's not updating these physics more than 60 frames per second, according to Streamlabs, you'll notice that as we attach to it, whoa, whoa, straight up just not having it. Let's see, do I even get parented? I did, but it's not carrying me. But then we change this to fixed update. That is not the same as what happened to him. For him, it his character stuck to it. It just kind of jittered. That is quite the difference. And that is why we use fixed update for physics and update for controls. Because if you look back on our player controller, that is done in update because we're getting input from the player. And you don't want to do input on fixed update. Like, let me show you what this looks like. if we switch input over there, so we're trying to receive the buttons that I'm pressing, but it's checking like hairs of a second. So like I'm trying to jump right now. Look at that. Whoa. Whoa. Shit. Yeah. So you see how how like everything's getting all messed off. Uh, Let me see this. I'm gonna remove my noise reduction so you can hear my mouse. I'm gonna turn my fan off as well. Still a little loud, but okay. So should be able to hear all that loud. So I press jump, just nothing, nothing. See, and then it reads it and it just launches me up. And that's because it's like, oh, that button press wasn't within that fraction of a hair of a second that we checked. Um, and yeah, it just doesn't pick it up. I'll try to move right, jump. Whoa. Can we land? Ah! Ooh, trick shot. Ah, and death. uh, and we go back and we're good. Now I want to show you guys what happens if I take those constraints off. Oh my goodness. Is that? No. I thought that was a mosquito. It's just a gnat type fly thing. I don't know. But if I take off these rotation freezes, see if I can recreate that bug that he did. Because we're using physics, because there's a rigid body involved. Bam! Look at that. As this spins out of control, and the player's like, oh, look at that horizon right there. Bam! And that's why I don't like using rigid bodies for my player. It's like, whoa, bro. Whoa. Ah. Let's see. Ah! Ah, I survived. Oh, yeah, I was lucky to get that the first time. Let's see. Oh, I look away for a second to check the non-existent chat. Get all my coins, and then ha ha, dang, survived. Bam. All right, let's freeze that rotation again. All right, and for the final bit here. Okay, I almost did this in the beginning. It looks like one of the things he's doing, which I also want to. Oh no, you can't do that. See, if I tried to organize these by putting those underneath the moving platform, the points themselves, we find them in here, are going to move with the moving platform. See? So that's going to make it move infinitely. Shame. Shame, shame. Shame, shame, shame. But I can say moving platforms and static platforms And we're going to reset these. These are just going to be like parent objects, and we're going to say moving platform. Whoa. It's going to go under here. And let's say create another empty, and we'll call this platform 1. And bam, 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 bam. And that should be fine. So, whoa. And then we're going to have the static platforms, and we're going to put those in there. So that should still work. Let's see. Looks like it's working fine to me, and it's organized. But what about for the player? Well, screw the player, right? We're developers. What do we care? Well, I care. Coin materials. Nutterials. Don't even want to know what that is. And create new folder. Actually, let's, yeah, I'll keep it. What are we going to name this? Let's say platforms. And now in here, we're going to create a new material. We're going to call this moving platform underscore mat. And the moving platforms, I don't know what he's going to make his, but let's make ours kind of orangey, maybe. And then we are going to have another one that is going to be static platforms. Underscore mat. And those ones are just going to be this nice sky color. No, we don't want it to blend in with the background too much. So let's make it green, right? Like grass. And we should be able to drag and drop them in the scene view. We can also select them on here. Or we could even go into the shader down here and see what it looks like on these. So you'll see static platform material there. You see, that's what it's using. And then this one, I thought there was a little spot to drag it, but I might be wrong. So, just drag and drop it right on it. But this one's going to be like that. And so that's how you can tell that those ones move. And I mean, what do we got to go on from there? Like, we've got just more to make, right? No, my pan. And let's test it out. Doot 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 doot. Whoa. Let's move these guys like this. Let's watch it and see how far this way it goes. I kind of want them to be like way over. So you're like, what? Where do these come from? You kind of have to make a leap of faith. Do 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 do. And there we go. Nope, too far. Let's see. Also, this would be like walking speed, and then you'd have like hold shift to run or something. I will survive. And then you're like, another leap of faith. Can I make it? No. Boom. Okay. And so right there, what we're gonna do is we're gonna make another one here, and then another one here, and another one here, and then one way up there. But that one is gonna have which ones do we want? These ones. Some coinage. What? Okay, so test it out. Oh, wait, hold on. Maximize play. Whoa. See, look at that. How heavy I am. Oh, man. Should not be like that. Dang. That's so odd. Because we see if we have this off and we look at it. Look at that jump. And then maximize on, and it increases gravity. So strange. There's no way we could survive like this, yeah. Whoa. That's so wild. Okay, let's do the test here, though. And we can just move that up like that. There we go. I want the secret platform. I want that one to have them. And you know what I'm even going to do? I'm going to duplicate this one. I'm going to put it right, if I can pan, here. And I'm going to go in right here to the color. Bam. What? What? Okay, well, that does it. Invisible platform. We're removing the filter and the renderer. Gotta get the coin. Oh. All right, let's see. So you think that's as far as you can go. You jump and you're like, no, I'm gonna miss it, and then you get saved. And then you're like, okay, well, and then you die. Okay. Let's see. Jump. Dang. I'm going to increase the player speed to 7.5. And call that good. You're like, wait a minute. Secret. What? Oh, I got it. I actually forgot I put that there for a second. I was like, what? Ah. Which is why we should also do this. Whoa. Sirs and or madams. And then you're like, oh, there's no way to go. And you're like, wait, there's something just on the edge of my peripheral. Oh, I'm tripping. Oh, I'm tripping. Okay. And then we're going to say duplicate that, and we're going to put it right there. Oh, oh, woo, we won. And I'm going to copy that. And yeah. Show wheat. And I'm actually going to bring the camera out of it. Let's bring it out just a touch. And there we go. That is the foundation of a game, guys. I'm sure you could imagine if you had an artist here right now, how you could uh, pretty much have like what Hollow Knight, Shovel Knight, Mario, uh, all kinds of those little platformer games that you see around. And yeah, hope you guys like that. I have got another minute of his reference. See what he's gonna do. See if he has anything exciting. So he's creating materials. We'll mess with this while I watch him. Well, look at that. Look how redundant that is. Ugh. Oosh. Let's just call this platforms. And then we're going to put that in there. We got moving, we got static. It's all organized. Look at that. There we go. Moving platform. Mm-hmm. It's not the same, but let's see. I'm actually going to switch this back to 1. So we got a platform, And now we need a moving platform. We're going to call this platforms. Um, all right. So then with that, let's say create one more, and I'm gonna say moving platform 1. Yeah. Unpack completely. So take those, put them under there. Yeah. All right, and we're good. So obviously you can do the same thing with what we did today to create vertical moving platforms. You just choose different points. So that's all you got to do. I'm gonna save this and close out of that. Close out of that. And hmm. And I can do 3 games of Fortnite. Now I might die 3 times in a row with like out killing a single person, but we'll see. And then I gotta write my article, make myself dinner, and then head off to bed. Man. Oh my god. Lone Crow 503 is live right now, you guys. Should totally watch. By the way, don't forget to follow me on Instagram and on Facebook. My Facebook page, Lone Crow 503, and Instagram as well. Just, type your website in. Type slash Lone Crow 503. See what the heck comes up. I don't care what website you're on. Google slash Lone Crow 503. Freaking Gmail slash Lone Crow 503. Just put my name in places, man. Just look me up. You never know. Maybe I'll be there. I love that they have Rick Sanchez on here, by the way, and it bothers me because I want it, and I don't want to spend the money nor work to get to level 100 to get him. But yeah, I mean, I'm wearing my Rick and Morty shirt, so let me see, make sure my camera's up so I can see everything. Streamlabs, and let's queue for a match. And of course, I am the Lone Crow. What? Probably gonna make sure my keypad is set up. And the reason why I chose to throw Fortnite up is because like I have these other games that I need to play for research purposes, but I need time to be able to sit there and delve into them, and I want to do separate streams for those. So for this, it's kind of just like a treat for those who wanted to watch at the end of the development, play little games, decompression from all the learning, and Fortnite's just something you can drop in and out of. A match can last a little bit longer, but only if you're doing good. So, bam. It's like my frame rate's standing up so far. Whoa, that looked like lava. Let's go Slurpee. And let's go intense. Alright, hit him hard! Alright, come on. A little high. You're a little high. Go ahead, land right there. Try to get this chest. Come on, bro. Go ahead, try to follow me, bro. Whoa. I haven't even got a gun yet. There we go. I need health. Oi. I mean, that was a little too close for comfort. I don't know about you guys. See all those target hits? Bam! Let's make sure we're getting ammo. Whoa! What the heck kind of gun is that? It's not a pistol. Well, there's one. Oh man, that was ridiculous. Oh yeah, you're hilarious. Fix my chair. Yeah, all I could find was whatever the heck that was and a freaking fishing pole. She can steal my skin? That's intense. Jealous much? Thought so. Ugh. Man. My headphones are starting to die too. Hopefully they'll last. Oops, my bad. I don't know how that was a miss. Lame. Super sour. Alright, screw it. Let's check it out. What's here? It's not where, like, raptors are or something, right? Attacked by a bunch of dinosaurs. This looks like Jurassic World. It's not in the enclosure! Yeah, I see agents. Man. I don't need this. Don't need it. Alright. Well, I've got health. Oh, come on. That's it? What's in here? No? Oh, man. This just sounds unhealthy. Yeah, I see the firefight going on. Whoa! I feel like I'm about to get wrecked. Come on, something. What? Oh, my bad. That'll help me get out of here. Wow. I want that. Whoa, but I also want that. And I want those. Whoa. Where you at, bro? Right there? Wait, it's gonna... Whoa. Let me use that. Jeez. Hmm. What's over there? Oh, these are like jump pads out. I see. What's this though? This. I'll take that. And I'll take that. Do what you're told. You don't ask questions. Got 3 people watching me. Damn. Headed in zone. Man, how do I have so many viewers right now? Like, you got 4 people watching here. Ooh. I do not have building mats, though. Let's see this. Alright. Let's find some people to kill. Silence. See, do I hear a chest? I don't. Ooh. From where? Somebody's sniping. Oh, for reallys? They call this the grassy knoll. Whoa-ho-ho. Somebody's hunting me. I'm trying to snip some snipes. Where you at in your car? Dang. Oh, I have no mats. Oh, such a lame situation. I have no materials. Ah. Yep. Yep. That was stupid. Well, there's two. Ugh. Man. Almost always have more materials. I could build like, what, 3 walls there? That sucked. I had the lamest gun. Those pulse rifles are garbage, by the way. They do like, what, 38 damage to the chest? Like, nah. And they fire so slowly. I mean, even the epic ones takes like 4 shots and a good like 5 seconds of like continual hitting to kill somebody. No, 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 no. I need one of these. Oh, what am I doing? I ain't even touching my keypad. Boom. That's a 37 damage. There we go. There we go. Thank you, bus driver. There we go. I wanted to end this on Lazy Lake. Let's do this. And dive. Gotta angle down the mountain a touch. Come on down. There we go. Do. See who's around. Nobody? What's that sound? It's like a horny rooster. sound? It's like popping and sputtering and... God, what the heck is that noise? No way, a railgun. That's so cute. Now I can shoot whatever's popping and bubbling. What the heck is it? And where's it? What the heck? Why did that bush just make that light? Ooh, don't mind if I do. Sounds like a ghost town. Whoa. There we go. Who, what, when, and where? Yes. Oh my god. I couldn't even get a shot off. That's ridiculous. Oh my god. I'll do one more, just because I died so fast there. That is so dumb. Ugh. It's hard to contend against, like, these kids that play all day, every day, and they just get so good to play, like, a couple hours every month. And, like, if you don't play constantly and with teams and practice and, like, research all the pro tactics, like, you can't contend with 90% of the people that play this these days. But oh well. Let's see. Look at all them headshots. Frustrate him. Let's go. Holly Hedges. Come on. There we go. They still got Aquaman land? Yeah. Or as the ladies say, Jason Momoa. Urch. I will thank you to not mention my name again. Serpentine. God, all these explosions. Whoa! Get under cover. Drink a pot. Alright, and... What's that? Cat box. Alright. Let's move out. I kind of like the tac shotguns a little bit better, but we'll keep the pump. For now. Whoa. Ugh. Gotta get under cover quick. Ah! Dang it! Ah! It's like getting me stuck. I'm pretty far out, but that's okay. All this health I got? Yeah, I'm okay. I'm gonna snag some bandages though. Why? Because I want to! Let's see. This car should be good for the trip. Let's snag us some goods. And... we at! Yeah, excuse me. Thank you. Dang. Dang. Urch. Yeah, nothing. I need my car. I need to get in zone. I'll find a new car. But I do want this chest. Oh, why, thank you. As much as I assume he's a nice individual, I believe I will make my way farther away. No! No! Oh no. My headphones just gave out. I've got no audio. Worst timing ever. Can't hear a thing. No. Come on. Something. No? I have no audio. I can't hear a thing. Is it on? Come on. Oh, thank God. Okay. But all my... my charger's on my right side. Ah! Okay. Gotta make it hard for me, right? Oh. There's not a happy spot to sit in, either. Whoop, whoop! Whoa, wolf. Thank you. Do 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 do. I had to. Ooh, is that a chest? Don't mind if I do. Now, I've never used any of these golden bars, but guess they've got their uses. Suppress sub? I'm okay. I need to get in zone, though. Oh, man, do I need to get in zone. Ah! As I get sniped. Snippy sniped. Jesus, what the heck? God, is it just me, or has freaking Fortnite gotten hella buggy? Shut up, wolves. Need this. Oh, didn't I say something about finishing on lazy? Oh, it's you guys. Uh-huh. No! 4, 2, no! Ah! At least I got one more kill. Okay. Alright. And with that, you guys, gonna have to call it a night. But thank you for watching. I appreciate your views. I appreciate your likes and your follows. Tell your friends. Tell your mom. Just tell anybody. But as a reminder, for those who don't know, I am Lone Crow 503, and I am here to help you guys learn how to make your own video games eventually, just like Fortnite, or whatever you want. So, with that, actually, I got one more person that wants to say something to you guys. Come here. Come on. Let's end this the right way. Take that off. Come here. You know what you're gonna have to do. Get over here. Come on. You little Bill. Come on. Yeah. Shira, you gotta say goodbye to the viewers. You say it right here in the mic. What do you gotta say? She says, sniff, sniff, sniff. Oh, she liked that. Now her tail's going. Woo! Yeah! And this right here is my mascot. This is Lone Crow 504. What? All right. Well, thank you guys for your views again, and I hope you learned something and had a little bit of fun.